Ah, the Vauxhall Frontera. What a fantastic vehicle. And a vehicle on the fleet that, sadly, when I put it on eBay, nobody wanted. Even though it's 500 quid. Crazy. So I've decided to give it some love. It deserves it. It's in really bloody good condition, this car. Bit of a spit and shine, and it'll, you know, come up an absolute treat. It failed its MOT. We did that video last time. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. But we did that video where we got it driving and we put it down for its MOT. I took this thing in Part X. I didn't know what to do with it. And so I put it down for an MOT, and it failed fairly miserably, but not like the end of the world miserably. It just needs a little bit of welding, some brakes, some other stuff. This place is not where old Vauxhalls come to die. This is where they come to live again. There's been too many Vauxhalls that I've just passed on and regretted. The Cavalier and the first one that went big on the channel, do you remember that? The Rascal. And I'm not going to let it happen to this one. So I'm going to get this thing back on the road. We've got a fair bit of work to do, a couple of sills, a couple of other bits. I'm going to do some easy stuff today just to ease ourselves into it, because I haven't got loads of time. And then Monday, Tuesday, we'll do some of the harder stuff that it needs. And then what I would really like to do is to fold the seats down if it passes its MOT, and I would like to drive this big old beast to Nottingham to pick up the bonnet for the Capri. I think it'd be a really good test, really good road trip. So that's the idea. This week, get this thing MOT'd, take it on a road trip. So what are we looking at then? Brake disc in such a condition that it is seriously fucked. So we've got discs and pads, we're gonna change those. Brake pipe, I've done, so we can cross that bad boy out. Nice. Windscreen washer, so we'll have a look at that today. Seatbelt anchorage, near side rear, outer and undersills. Near side rear. Let's have a look. So I can see that this bit here has got some chalk around it, so that's going to want a fixing. And then, oh God, underneath there, pretty sad, pretty sad. And then there's a bit in there as well, so we have got a bit of welding to do on this thing, which sounds like great fun, doesn't it? And then we've got the same on the offside. This has had some work in the past, I can see, and yeah, wants all that doing underneath there, so we'll get that done as well. Battery insecure, so we'll give it a bit of therapy. ABS system warning lamp. Now I have got a reader, but I don't know if it's good enough to do this old of a vehicle. So if it isn't, I'll just give it to the MOT and I'll get them to sort that, or at least tell us what it is so we can fix it. Exhaust, major leak of gases, we've got a welder, let's see what we can do with it. Brake load sensing valve needs WD-40, hopefully, and that's the brakes. So there you go. It sounds like a lot of welding. Cool. Yep. So battery-wise, I've got a new battery on it, but it does all that, which is nicht cool. There's a little hole there, so I'm going to try and find something that I can just sort of wrap over. I haven't got the original battery holder down thing, but there's potential. Have I got one in any other car that I can nick that's already got an MOT? Everything else looks good under here though, you know. It's pretty nice, isn't it? This engine is really, really good as well. So, you know, look, it's just, let's get it on the road, poor thing. Give it a nice wash, give it a spit shine. It's going to cut so well. Won't mind trying to like straighten that bumper as well from where I bent it. That'd be quite fun. Yeah, poor thing. Look at it. Sad. Let's make it less sad. This is one of those things where you just sort of make this up as you go along. This is an old exhaust bracket. And maybe I'm going to bolt that down there, try and straighten that out, and then I'm halfway to a bracket, you know. Didn't quite go how I wanted it to. Nice, and then maybe straighten that out a bit. Just making this up as I go along. And I want to try and keep this cheap. I want to try and keep this as inexpensive as possible, because buying the caliper and the discs and pads was expensive. Got to pay for another MOT, which is not too bad. So let's try and keep the costs right down. some quite convenient nuts and bolts here. Like, look at that one there. So convenient. Okay, so just pop that there for a second. Get out the way. Okay. Nice. Spanners. Nice. So put that back there. And look, we are halfway to some sort of device. Not sure exactly what that device is going to be, but we're halfway there. It's a start, isn't it? It's a good start. Anything good in there? Not particularly. Oh, it's a bit of a silver. Use that. Okay, so that's under there. I'm just using a bit of this high pressure battery clamping pipe. I'm very much channeling my inner pole barn garage, which is no bad thing. Okay, so then that would go into this carefully created section there, pulled down tight, and now this battery is super secure and quite possibly more secure than it was from the factory. I think this is an upgrade more than anything, using this brake pipe, battery clamp replacement pipe. Fix number one, fixed. Other thing he said was washers. That is the most stagnant thing in the world. I'm going to need to go and get a tetanus or something. That's awful. That's making my eyes water. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know what was in that, but it's absolutely horrible. My gut feeling is that it's going to be full of crap, just like the Capri was. So we'll force some stuff down there. See how we get on. There's lots more interesting videos than I could be doing than getting an old Frontera back on the road. I realise that. However, I just can't let it sit there. All of my fleet, you can just jump in and drive. You can go anywhere in any of them. You know, some more successfully than others, but this is a paperweight, and it has to not be. So therefore, you have to take the hits and watch this instead of something really interesting. It's mad what takes your time up, isn't it? So let's just go from these. Because I can see the air coming up from there, so it is getting through. Look at all the crap. Look at all the crap coming out. Oh, so much. Oh, the smell. Oh, that's so rough. That absolutely stinks. Oh my God, there is new life inside there. Right, can we get this to spill its guts? Potentially get rid of all that crap. Oh, yes! Oh, I wish this was smell-o-vision. That is foul. Oh my God, it's absolutely hacking. So disgusting. That's the grossest thing I've ever seen. What? It's pretty good. It's a nice flow. I try and use all of this, and then we'll put some fresh stuff in there. You see lots of black bits, and oh, look at the colour! Oh, so gross. Right, let's put something else in it. Some nice hot water going in there now. Hopefully that'll melt any of the horrible things. Okay, so now we hook this pipe back up and see what happens. It came out for a second and then immediate cloggage. Where is the clog though? So the clog is between there and there. Let's send some air down it. Got one very strong jet. Let me have a go on the other side. Oh, that smell is lingering. It's like a pond from when you were a kid. Hey! We've got one. Other side. Okay, our survey says... Oh, come on, the boys. Look at that. Happy days. It's got to be a pass now, surely. Oh, look at that. So good. Windscreen washer, done. Battery insecure. So what have we got? Anti-lock braking system warning lamp indicates an ABS fault. Should we get the machine out and see if it reads it? There's my scanner, which is definitely not going to do anything. But if everything they say on the internet is true, then under here, oh wow, it is true. Oh, how cool, can you see that? So you connect this bit up to that bit and then press some buttons. Oh wow, so good. Right, ignition on, maxi check. So we're looking for ABS SRS. Frontera. System data initializing. Tester not communicating with control unit, which is pretty much exactly what I expected to see, so that's cool. Just useless really. Old Vauxhalls and stuff I've always kind of had problems with. Didn't work. Can't read it for some reason. Probably because it's a Vauxhall from 1999. It's time to get this thing on the ramp so we can assess what we're going to have to do underneath and start getting the wheels off and getting everything prepared, ready to do loads of welding and brakes. God, I just can't imagine nobody wanting this wonderful old Vauxhall. Oh, will I do an alarm thing? It's been doing this. I think it needs a good run, it needs a good drive. Oh, it sounds so sweet, and it is nice in here. Bit of a Hoover and stuff. Love to bounce around in this. Okay, here we go. The brakes do work as well, which is interesting because they didn't the other day. Hindsight, I should have just let the guy have it, not said anything. But I'm not like that. ABS light is on. I wonder if that's just something to do with the brakes on the back, or the fact that the brake fluid's low or something. I don't know. Right, do you reckon that'll do us? In neutral, handbrake off. Nice old bus. I do personally think it is quite a good looking car. I've always liked them. I really have. I've had Fronteras before. I've had lots of Vauxhalls. I think they're good cars. Cheap and cheerful, they do what they do. The fact that they enjoy breaking down is their only downfall, really. How heavy do you think this is? It's doing it. Has it got a locking wheel? No, I've never had the wheels off this. Oh my God, it has. I did see one in the boot. Aha! Oh, thank God for that. It's genuinely terrifying having something so big and heavy on the ramp. Do you want to go under there? Okay. Nothing that we have to sort of do down here, so that's good. Those bits are done. It is pretty rusty, but I mean, it's all solid. It's just a bit brown looking, isn't it? Yeah, that looks completely safe. Maybe I should probably move that before I start knocking things with hammers. Where would it be better? Just a bit further up, but yeah, okay. Exhaust leaky, so that is going to need, I don't know what that's going to need, maybe grinding back and a new bar welding on between those two bits. That seems like the fastest and easiest thing to do. Is that our exhaust leak? Is that our exhaust leak? Looks leaky, doesn't it? Exhaust has a major leak of exhaust gases. That's helpful, isn't it? Anywhere else could it be leaking from? It does look like just there. I mean, that'd be a dream if it was, because that's potentially just, I mean, you could even just fill that with weld or something, couldn't you? Or someone's already filled it with something, fill it with loads of gun gum. I don't know. Is there anything else leaking exhaust-wise? I don't think there is, you know. That could be really good then. It's had lots of brake pipes before, hasn't it? Bloody hell. Oh my God. Look at that brake disc. That's the worst brake disc I've ever seen. I'm going to put that on the wall. So good. Yeah, and this caliper's took a shite everywhere. Oh my God, all the pads have fallen out, nothing. Oh my God, incredible. I think that caliper's okay though, just needed some pads, would help. It's fine, it's fine. Right then, welding, what have we got? So, body-wise, we've got what looks, should there have been a plate there or is that a hole? Doesn't look like there should have been anything there actually, I don't know, I'd have to, yeah, maybe there should have been. There should definitely have been something there. So one plate on there, that's not the end of the world. Maybe a plate on there, just, I don't know, keep them happy. Plates over there. So we're just looking at some flat plates so far on this side, which is good, and then I'll sort of wire brush this and paint it. But yeah, so on the inside, a few flat plates, that's not the end of the world. And here, I'll take this off. That was easy. Good grief. And then yeah, another plate all the way to the end on there. Oh my God, yeah. Oh no, it's all falling apart. Oh, right, okay. Flat plate. Well, it doesn't have to look like it came out the factory, it's just got to be solid. Oh no, am I going to actually do this? So this side, again, looks like it has had some work before, but yeah, big plate on there. It's going to be really hard to get into with the chassis there, but I'm sure I'll be able to do it. Another plate there as well. Yeah, I'll probably be able to get in there with the welder. That's been done. again, that's been done. That's all nice and solid there. I've seen the plastic bit is in the back, so we'll have a go at putting that back on as well. And then a plate over there. Oh, I could, instead of worrying about, I could cut this out and I could weld this from the inside, so I could do it from here instead of trying to do it from underneath there. Okay, well this side's going to, look at that welding. Amazing. I'm just such a big fan. Okay, this side's potentially definitely the easiest. That's probably a couple of hours worth of work there. That's really, really good. The other side looks a bit menacing. There we are then. I think for the rest of the day, I'm just going to drop it down again to put those front supports in a slightly better position. And I'm going to take the rear wheels off and have a look at everything, make sure the discs and stuff are all right, maybe see if there's a sill or something that I could order. Get it quickly, if not we'll build something. And that's going to do it for today because it's Sunday, it's Father's Day, I'm going to go for a couple of pints. Yeah, I'll see you in a few seconds. As Curtis Blow once said, them's the brakes. On this side anyway. I just thought I'd get one side done. This side, which I'm affectionately calling the easy side, they've all sorted. And yeah, just perfect, everything. Only problem I'm going to have even more on the other side is everything's seized solid. You know, all the bolts, everything. Oh my God, sweating. Just getting the bloody things like, you know, to sort of undo. It's quite a task. And it's involved. These are the things that I've used to get the nuts off. WD-40 because they've run out of plus gas. A lump hammer, wire brush, crowbar. This Milwaukee, which is about as much use as a chocolate teapot. This breaker bar, which is the only thing that actually got them off. This socket with, where has it gone? Anyway, a large metal tube over the end. And just, yeah, various other things. Just, you know, compared to doing like a new car, this is much harder. Anyway, that's done. There's just the welding to do on there. I've got to do this side now, which looks markedly worse. Oh God. Fuck. Right, okay. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. First job is to try and sort of clear as much crap off all the bolts and things as we can. Got to take the caliper off on this side because we're replacing it. So I don't have to worry about cleaning the caliper itself up, but these bolts on the back that hold this bit on, this carrier, oh my God, tight. They've never been off in this car's 36 year existence. These ones might be okay. Which way's left? So if I'm going like that, left, okay. Oh yeah, lovely, lovely, lovely. That was nice and straightforward. Oh, very nice. Oh, these actually came out much better than the other side. I wonder if, I don't know, that's good, I like it. Also, something exciting happened yesterday. I won an auction I'd been bidding on eBay for less than I thought I would win it for, which is good. But I think it is just going to be more for fun than for any kind of sound investment. Oh my God! No wonder it was leaking. But yeah, so these cars are in Wales. And, well, this car is in Wales. And the guy phoned me and goes, what I'm planning on doing is trying to resurrect it where it is and then drive it onto the trailer. I'd like to drive it home, but I've not got a logbook with it, annoyingly. It is MOT and tax exempt, but there's no logbook, so I can't. And it's not even on the DVLA database, so a bit of a problem. It's old. But anyway, so yeah, he emailed me and said, there's another one exactly the same, blocking it in. Do you want that one as well? You can have it for free. So it's going to be quite a big video coming up, which is really exciting, of essentially going to pick up 2 cars and hopefully making one good one or one good runner. And yeah, driving out of the spot where it's sat for potentially 35 years. Cool, okay. You need to see this caliper. I've never seen anything like that. I might put this brake disc on the wall as well. Anyway, let's just get this rest of this thing off. Chuck a bit more on there. I'll just try it with this one though, just in case. See if this one actually shifts it. I'll give you a clue. It's not supposed to look like that. That is sad. And you can see why it was leaking, because it's supposed to come straight out, but it's been bent round by the act of the brake disc wearing away. And I think that's all happened because the caliper was seized, you know. Right, let's do this one first. Which way is that loosen again? Can't remember. Push! Oh, nope. That's a hemorrhoid waiting to happen, wasn't it? Okay, so... Oh, not bad, not bad. Easier than the other side. Oh, God, that was easy. I can't get this off now, though. Come on. You know, it's so much easier than the other side. Wonder if it's because it's got hot. Oh, okay. Is this carrier still in one piece? And the clips? Is it just going to pull off? Oh, come on. This is so much easier than the other side. I thought it was going to be absolute hell on earth. Tidy. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. That is definitely going on the wall. That's awesome. I love it. It's great to see. I haven't got time for this. Supposed to be fixing brakes. Oh, God. Oh, God. It looks good there, doesn't it? Oof. Ha! Cool. Make a clock out of that, couldn't you? Nice bit of metal fatigue there. Look, that's how planes crash. I say it all the time. That's crazy. I watched it on National Geographic once. Cool. Oh, what a dream. Come on. I need 4 hands. Yep. Ugh. That is not very cool of this caliper to do that, is it? Hopefully the other one's the right one. What an absolute dream, it's perfect. So that sits like that. So that's going to go like that. Is that clean? Nope. Should there be a little washer on there? I would have thought there would. Did one come off it? I have got one, therefore I shall fit one. Okay, so if that lives like that, that's going to go in there. That's going to go on there. You whopper kosher. And then we'll just thread that back in nicely. And then we'll send it home with a force of 1,000 newtons. That should be good to go. Very nice. Okay, God, that was straightforward. Right, I'm going to put all this back together and I'll show you afterwards. Okay, Joseph, we are fully installed. And this is all looking great. It's working fantastic. Everything is good to go. We've just got to bleed it. And there was another brakes job. So I've crossed out brake discs. I've crossed out service brake efficiency. However, there was brake load sensing valve inoperative. Okay. Now that is this machine here. This machine does a couple of cool things. First of all, it unseizes really easy. So I've unseized it, which is fantastic, just by spraying a load of WD in it and working it. And then, yeah, it's an important bit of not crashing, essentially, right? So imagine that's your car, my hand, right? And you're driving along. When you brake hard, the car sort of nosedives like that. And when it does, the rear suspension, the rear of the car will go up, this bit here, but the wheels, this axle, will stay on the ground. But all the weight will be taken off it. What happens then, if you're applying loads of braking force, your wheels are going to have no weight on them at the back because it's nosedived, and you're going to lock up your rear wheels. And if you lock up your rear wheels, you're going to go into a hedge. You're going to go into a lamppost or over a roundabout or something like that. Ask me how I know. Citroen Saxo's 106s have the torsion bar set up on the back, and they have a similar device, but it's not powered by that sort of thing. It's more of a mechanical thing. And it's terrifying when they don't work properly. And you do lots of heavy braking into corners. Anyway, so what happens is that when you brake, this thing pushes out like so. However, when the car, this bit lifts up and this bit stays where it is, the spring pulls on it like so and pushes that back down. So the action is something like, see that there? That's what the action's like. Okay, and what's happening is as it gets pulled sort of down, as the car's gone up and the rear axle stays where it is, to save the brakes locking up, it will reduce the pressure going to the rear brakes according to how much force is being put on this spring. It's simple, but very, very effective, very, very clever bit of engineering. And it just means that your rear brakes don't lock up, which I'm told is pretty important. Anyway, there we go. Next up is the wonderful world of welding. Now, unfortunately for you, I can't show you it. I could show you it, but I don't want to, because we filmed the last sort of the Capri episode and the MX-5 was very, very welding heavy, and it's just rock hard to film. It's so difficult to film because you've got so much gear on. You've got to take it off, put it back on, take it off, put it back on. You've got to listen out for things all the time. You've got to pay proper attention while you're doing it so you don't set things on fire. And it's just difficult. It just takes 3 times as long to film it than it would to actually just do it. And you don't need to see this. This is just going to be putting plates on it. It's very similar to what we've covered a lot before. And I need to get this thing done. I don't want to put too much time into this car because time is money. And I want to go to Wales and pick up those other 2 things. So I want to get this done. Now, another reason is... Oh, look, there's the Rover. So this is... There you go. This is my phone. And I don't know if you can see that, like, constellation-y type things, those holes there. There where welding splatter was falling on my phone. And it's cracked the screen, which is nicht cool. And that's from me just essentially not paying attention while I'm doing it and having my phone next to me because I'm busy checking the cameras working, all this sort of stuff. So I'm just going to do this one. And I'll show you afterwards. I think is going to be the best way. Get the tunes on, get it done. And if I can do it by, like, I don't know, end of the day today, midday afternoon tomorrow, tomorrow afternoon will be fine. If I can do, I don't know, let's just do as much as I can. And then we've got brake bleeding to do, and that's pretty much it, and go down for its MOT. So I'll see you probably tomorrow. It's MOT time. ABS light is still on. Frustrating. Hopefully Rob can sort that. And the front end I've sort of put back together. I've managed to lift this bit back up, and I've sort of given this a little bit of a silver spray paint and some clips down there just to hold it in. And it's yeah, it looks $1 million again. It'll look nice with a wash. Fingers crossed we get some sort of MOT. Not so bad on this side, but more the other side. The old spark catchers doing their thing. Bloody hell. Does get a bit painful. It's really bad when they go inside there. When they go in there, there's just nothing you can do about it. You've just got to sit there and go and just wait for it to stop burning. Okay, time to go home. It's me, voiceover Ben. I'm back with another smash hit. I've forgotten to turn my microphone on. So yeah, this is me just going. I got another fail. Why did I get another fail? But I did. I got another fail on this bit of welding, which I forgot to do because I'm an idiot, and the ABS light was still on. So I tried the trick of checking the fuse and then disconnecting the battery. That never works, but I thought I'd try it anyway. Thankfully, we did manage to sort it though with Rob's fantastic, amazing computer, which is much better than mine. And here's where the sound comes back on. What do you reckon? I'll take that, you know. Nice little repair, and I even found this trim in the back, so I put that back on as well. But that is good as gold. It took me about an hour. So let's lower this thing down and see if that ABS light's off. Our survey says good morning, and a very good morning it is as well, because I have in my hand here a past MOT certificate, although by the skin of its teeth. Many advisories: tyres, seatbelt, steering column, vehicle structure is corroded, but structural rigidity is not significantly reduced. I mean, that's fine then, isn't it? So the ABS light though, Rob managed to read it with his very expensive bit of kit. He could only get a reset ABS rather than seeing what the code actually said, or if there was a code. I don't know if this is too old to have codes. If you know, let me know in the comments. But it only gave us the option to reset it, which we did, and it didn't come back on. We're like, oh, fantastic, amazing. However, when I got out of the MOT station and got up to about 30 miles an hour, bing, it came back on. So that is a little bit of a pain. However, everything still works okay. And when the ABS light was off and it was on the brake rollers, the ABS was working, it did kick in. So I know that it's not the ABS pump, or hopefully not the brain, because we did manage to speak to it. I presumed it would have been that rear wheel with the brake disc like it was. So and for it to come back on again, I'm not sure. There's a sensor on each wheel. Ideally, we need to find someone with an old, whatever it is, OBD1 or OBD2 socket that will be able to plug it in and tell us exactly what's wrong with it. However, this is kind of the last day that I want to spend on this Frontera. I don't want to spend any more time on it. It's taken me essentially 2 days longer already than I wanted to. It's Thursday now, video goes out to you tomorrow. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's a job for the next owner if I decide to sell this thing. So with all that being said, she is ready for the road. I just need to tax it. And then I want to hit the mean streets in this Frontera. I've got a bit of a day out of driving planned for this old girl. But first, I want to go to the petrol station, A, to put petrol in, and B, because she's still a bit green. I've not washed this thing since I got it, and in places, it is looking a little bit sad. So I would like to sort of brighten it up a bit, get it a bit nicer, and then we can go and see what it's like on the open road. I'm also really enjoying being on sort of week 2 of spinning about in this thing as my daily, and what a car it is. I absolutely love it. Goes the LSD sideways and the bomb, 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 bomb. Amazing. Okay, look at this thing. I'm so glad it's not a paperweight anymore, you know. So glad. Bloody hell. What are you doing? Are you coming or what? Popping into D for drift, I think. Bloody hell, it does have some get up and go. So I've just taxed it for the year, which is good. It's £362, which is okay, but I don't pay for them in full. I just do it monthly, so it's about £30 for the month. Because I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. Do you want it? Does anybody want it? Oh, we're on the road. Now the most this car has driven is probably a few hundred yards to the MOT station, and that's it in about 4 years. Or maybe more, I can't remember now. And now we're about to attempt quite a big day out in this thing. Just reclined the seat a bit, it was a little bit sit up in bed. My Vauxhall Frontera on the actual road with things that work. Did we ever find out if the stereo worked? Where's the on button? You've got tunes! Amazing. Okay, I'll listen to those when the camera isn't recording. I've checked all the oil, I've checked the lights, I've checked the levels, I've checked everything, and we're looking okay. My initial plan for today was going to be going up to buy a Capri bonnet. That has not materialised. I can't bloody get through to anybody on eBay, it's a nightmare, and I did actually manage to get through to a fella last night with a bonnet that I didn't particularly want. It was the one that I might have mentioned in the last Capri episode that had filler in the top corners, so I was a little bit suspect to that. But he said yes, but it's going to be after sort of 4 or 5 o'clock. I was like, right, okay, so because we're on Thursday, I need to get this video out to you on Friday, which means, and it was 2.5 hours away, so say if it was 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock by the time I left there, about 7:30 by the time I get home, and then I've got to edit the video and get it all out for you. It just wouldn't be enough time. I needed to be able to go during the day today and get it. Plus, I don't want to be sat in sort of, you know, peak traffic on the way home. Might take me even longer than 2.5 hours to get back, and then I'd be really screwed. So, yeah, didn't materialise. But we do have some jobs to do. I need to go and pick up some wine, because the weekend is coming. I need to go and visit Tasty Records, the record shop, to do a couple of jobs there, but also pick up a lot of their stuff, all their like wasted cardboard and things to stick in the back of the truck, which is perfect for this because it's a big old bus. We can get loads of crap in there, so we'll try and fill it up. And I've got a box of bolts, which I need to take to the head shop in Warrington, because when I was there the other day dropping all the engine off for the next Capri episode, they said that it doesn't look like there's enough bolts, and I've got some other bolts which I thought were out of the Z-Tech engine, but I'm just going to take every nut and bolt I've got from that sort of whole thing and give it to them, and then they can take whatever they need. So there's 3 places we need to go today in this truck, and I want to see if it makes it, and I want to see how well it performs as a little daily driver to nip about in. Not that I need another little daily driver to nip about in. I've got the Passat for probably what this would do, or the Discovery for towing for probably what this would do. But it's a bit of fun, and I want to give it a challenge. It's been asleep for many, many years. It's time to give it that rude awakening. And right now we are doing 60 mile an hour, and it is so smooth and nice. It feels glorious in here. It's just, everything is so smooth. Steering wheel's perfectly straight. I love it. It's really good. It doesn't pull. It doesn't pull anything. It's just, this is a really, I think this has been really well looked after. And just over the last few years, obviously it got a little bit rusty in the back, which is now all taken care of, and will last another 3 months at least. See that Triumph TR6? That was cool as hell, wasn't it? Looked really nice. I wish this Frontera was convertible. It did do a convertible Frontera. This engine sounds so good, honestly. I don't know what this thing's been doing to the gallon. 19.8 to the gallon, just sort of going around the workshop and nipping to. I wonder what that's going to be like at the end of the day today. I'm in no way concerned, but there is a large pool of liquid underneath this car. Don't know if it's from me or someone else. Looks like, you know, some people have air conditioning on in the cars and it drips. Looks like it could be that. So we've got half a tank of fuel, exactly, ish, a little bit less, 50 quid's worth. How far is that going to get us, providing the car doesn't explode? But first, let's give it a wash. Treating myself today and using this jet wash instead of my one. Let's get rid of some of this green, yeah? I'll save the reveal until we pull up somewhere nice. That was hard work. But she's come up a treat. Really nice. It is really hot in here. I wonder if the AC works. But first, will it do a one wheel peel out of the gas station? Petrol station, sorry. So a sport mode, is that sport or is that snow? I think that's sport. I hope I don't flip it over, that would be hilarious, wouldn't it? They do that though, these things. Can I make it? Can I make it? Oh yes! One wheel peel with bonus little puff of smoke from the tyre. Oh yeah, happy days. This thing's a rocket ship. We'll turn that off, whatever that was. It is a sport mode, yeah. I thought it was. The sport mode looks almost identical to snow mode in these old Vauxhalls, but that is ace. It just keeps you up the revs, you know, drops down a gear, that sort of palaver. I wonder how many gears it's got. I think it's a 4-speed, maybe a 5, don't know. It's supposed to have 200-ish horsepower though, this. And I believe it! Right, so we're going to hold our breaths and we're going to see if the AC works, because it's hot. I mean, it's definitely not going to. But it's going to be worth a test, isn't it? Right, I'll switch it on, put my head out the window, and then I'll come back in, just in case there's any sort of, what's that disease that you get from air vents and stuff? That one. Bit Ace Ventura. Still stuff going on in here. Okay, window closed. Be brave, you can do it. Okay, so far, not colder. I hope you can hear me, by the way. You're right next to the air vent, and I've not put my radio mic on because I was jumping in and out the car and it gets stuck on the seatbelt. How do other people do it? Still lukewarm. What was that? Something hit me. Still lukewarm. Yes, a little bit cooler. It's not lukewarm, it's cool there. The AC is, yeah, it's definitely on. Put it from outside the car to in, maybe. Or is it better the other way around? I don't know. Should have done that with the windows closed. Is that getting cold? No. Oh my god, that is cold air. Holy smokes. This is a Vauxhall from 1999 that has cold air conditioning. The Passat doesn't even have cold air conditioning. It's not ice cold, but it's definitely being cooled down by something. I'm going to keep it on and I'll let you know how I get on. I've arrived at Tanner's Wine Merchant, and yeah, that air conditioning was cooler than outside. It's 20 odd degrees today and that was cooling me down. This car is so cool. This boot opens in quite a cool way as well. You press that and you open this tailgate. Thinks it's a 5 Series BMW. And opens that. Dead nice. Let's get rid of some of this stuff out the way. That's where the locking wheel was in that Belgian chocolates tin. Create some space for some WYNNE. Bloody hell, look at the size of this one. Needed quite a long straw for that, wouldn't you? That's where they keep all the expensive ones there. This is all the good stuff. Thank you. Nice. Is that it? That one. Magic, thank you very much. I will. I'll see you next time. Bye. That should do us for the weekend, shouldn't it? I'm hoping. We're all going to get to listen to that though for the rest of the day, rattling around in the back. Well, it's not too bad. Very noisy, that air conditioning, so we're going to go back to open window policy. Yeah, she's a very nice girl in Tanner's there. The last time I saw her, I was very drunk, and when I went in then, the first thing she said to me was, "Oh, hi." And I looked at her, I was like, "Hi." And she goes, "You don't remember me, do you?" And that's always a worrying start to a conversation with a girl, I find. Don't know about you. But I did remember her. But yeah, it was a bit foggy. I remember we were very drunk, sat down at a table, and she kept asking me to marry her or something like that. Don't know. Might have been the other way around. Can't remember. Anyway, got the booze. Next stop, Warrington, to drop off some nuts and bolts. So far, we've done 11.1 miles, and all is well. God, this thing is just loads of power. I absolutely love it. I hope you can hear me with the window open, by the way. I hope you can hear me okay. Let's try a couple of things in the car. First of all, the little trip computer does work. Works absolutely fine. Speed, trip distance, range, 311 miles. It's better than a new Tesla. And this is an old Vauxhall Frontera, who's more environmentally friendly now, eh? You know? Not sure how all that works, to be honest, but putting an old car back on the road is infinitely better for the environment than creating a brand new Tesla and having it shipped all the way over here and sold in the UK for all you environmentalists out there. Anyway, what else works? Okay, right hand mirror. Oh, perfect. Left hand mirror. Let's go up a bit. Oh god, perfect. All works. Oh, some traffic lights. Nice. I've already put this on the Tower of Power, and for a car the same size as a 2-bedroom semi-detached house, oh, Jaguar E-Type, nice. It did it in 10 seconds. 10.1 seconds or something like that, which is very, very impressive, isn't it? Really, when it comes down to it, because it's old and it's big and it's heavy and it's a Vauxhall. 10 seconds, not 60. It's a 10-second car, man. Again, I'm not sure how that works. What about the windows? Your window, yeah, that works. In the back, yeah, that works. My back, yeah, that works. Oh god. Something that looks like cruise control there, but I think it's like a dimming switch or something. Don't know what that is. Don't know. Oh god, it is cruise control. It's there, set. how to keep this. This is now officially better spec'd than the Land Rover Discovery I use for towing. I should use this for towing, and I probably would if I didn't like the Land Rover so much. Anyway, just going faster. $60. Come on! This thing's amazing. This thing is so cool. What else can it do? I've got the four-wheel drive thing down there I need to try. I've got snow mode. I've got what looks like dip locks. I don't know how we're going to try the four-wheel drive though. Oh, that's so good. It's also interesting that the cruise control works, because I'm sure the ECU takes wheel speed data from the ABS system, and that allows stuff like cruise control to work. That was the case on my Amiga, which was, I think, the same year. So that is interesting. That is interesting. I don't know why it's interesting, but it's interesting. Anyway, next stop, Warrington.
Drive the same roads every day. We both get there our own way. Thistle and an apple tree, how different two souls can be. But we both grow from the same sorrow. If we both know we'll be together tomorrow, I can be like a tree in the wind. Same old roots, but I can bend, turning to understand and sway together. Now it's almost like a dance, the rendering of stubbornness, and it just cuts us deeper through the longer I'm away from you. Yeah, we fight good, we make love better. If we both know we'll be together forever, I can be like the tree in the wind. Same old roots, but I can bend, learning to understand and sway together. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Nothing worth having comes easy, baby. Yeah, we fight good, we make love better. If we both know we'll be together forever, we can be like the trees in the wind. Same old roots, but we can bend, learning to understand and sway together. We can be like the trees in the wind. Same old roots, but we can bend, learning to understand and sway together.
We've arrived at drop-off location number 2. We're doing a steady sort of 90 on the temperature gauge as well. Nothing's rising at all. It's all staying on the left-hand side. Really, really good. Doing 20 miles to the gallon. It's great. Drives so well. It's just like a new car, like a normal car. There's no difference to it, even though it's 25 years old. And a Vauxhall. Or, if you're feeling like a cool guy, why don't you write in the comments, it's an Isuzu. Why do you keep calling it Vauxhall? Vauxhall never made cars, they just made badges. It's an Isuzu. Well, oops, they made that badge. Cool, we've dropped off some bolts and everything a-okay. Next stop is Altrincham. where we're going to go to Tasty Records to pick up a load of their rubbish and yeah, do some other little jobs. Just occurred to me after we left the petrol station, after giving the car a valet, that we forgot to finish it off with a beautiful Tasty Classics air freshener, which is available from the link in the description of the video. Tasty Classics merch, click on that, you can buy these and these things, you know, all that good stuff, and lots of other cool things. And if you're new to the channel, if you could hit the subscribe button, that would be really cool. If you like seeing this sort of getting old cars back on the road content, you know, that's what I specialise in. I do it all the time, you know, and this is, it's, yeah, it just pressing the subscribe button doesn't cost you anything, and it'd help me out a hell of a lot. And if you are feeling like you want to spend a couple of quid, you can buy some stuff. And if you want to spend more than a couple of quid, there is a Patreon link. And the Patreon, there's some extra content and stuff in there. It's all very, very cool. So yeah, check it out. Here we are at Tasty Records. So this is the record shop. I've been selling records in Altrincham for 10 years. That's Altrincham out there, look. Loads of cool stuff in here. We have almost everything that you could ever want on vinyl. This is really cool. Old sort of like soul-y bits for you to listen to and dream about driving an Impala. Oh, my eyeballs are sweating. Shut up, Lionel Richie. 70 odd years old today, Jeremy Vine was saying earlier. So that was Altrincham, still in Altrincham. The car is full of detritus, so I'm going to take it straight away to the tip. Because why not, when I've got the time. Now, I'm not wearing my hat because I just went then as well to get my ears lowered, and she put conditioner in my hair. I don't know what that is. It wasn't out of a Lucas bottle or anything, so I'm not sure what that was. But she said, don't put your cap on, and now my hair's flying everywhere. So great. Anyway, this thing has been faultless all day. It's like 38 degrees outside and we're just fine. Everything's great. It's just driving beautifully. I'm going to find somewhere to pull over after this tip run and we'll take a look around the car. We'll see, you know, how everything's done. We'll try and summarise this beautiful Frontera adventure. And I also, while I was at Altrincham, received a package. So we're going to do a tiny little unboxing as well, because I think someone has, a viewer of the channel, a subscriber, or a Patreon, has sent me a box of goodies. I've only had a quick look and it just looked like loads of good stuff. So we're going to have a gander. Rather inconveniently, car won't start. And now it starts. I think one of those keys has got like a dicky immobiliser chip in it or something. It's just not, I can see the engine management light flashing. Don't know what's going on. Anyway, that was the tip done. Let's head home. We've done a total of 60 miles getting here. So there's probably another 40 or so back home without the detours. So for 100 miles, she's done all right, you know. She's done all right. And in comfort. Just found somewhere to pull up, and we haven't tried this bit yet. This is the last piece of the puzzle. So I'd imagine you have to be in park or neutral, and you just pull it down. Foot on the brake. You just pull it down. Maybe in neutral then. Just pull it down. Just pull it down. Oh, this feels okay. Just says down. It doesn't say like go right or go left or go up. Okay, something's possibly a bit stuck, and I'm a bit too far away from home to brake the car by pulling on it too hard. So we'll just say that it works, and you know, warranty is till the end of the driveway. To sum it up then, another one saved, another one on the road. I should do this for a bloody job, shouldn't I? What do you think? Do you like old 90s Vauxhalls? I do. I think they're really bloody cool. Some of them are, you know, Vauxhall had some quirks, but I think this is a cool one. And you know, I keep saying this. Oh, say it's an Isuzu. People don't realise we're in the UK. We did get Isuzus, but they were a tiny percent of the market compared to Vauxhall. This is a Vauxhall Frontera to us, to our part of the world. This is a Vauxhall Frontera. I don't care who made the bloody thing originally, who drew it out on a bit of paper. This is a Vauxhall Frontera. It's how badge engineering works. Cars are made and shared platforms all over the world every day. More so probably now than ever. But these things are Vauxhall Fronteras, and they're cool as hell. We love them. This one in particular, I think it's fair to say, has come up an absolute treat. It's come up so nice, and it drives like a new one, I'd imagine. I wasn't there to drive the new ones. Well, I was, but I was 12 years old in 1999. So yeah, as far as I can imagine, this drives like a new one. Everything works, apart from the four-wheel drive thing. I think that needs pulling a bit harder, and I'm just a little bit scared. But it's great. It's great, and it's no longer a paperweight. It's now a functioning member of society, which is what we're all about on this channel, isn't it? And doing something different, you know. Tomorrow I'm heading off into wild Wales to rescue something completely different than this, which I'm excited about. But this has been great. And look, tell me what you think of it, and if you have enjoyed it, jump on the subscribe button. That would be great. Leave a comment, tell me what you think, leave a like, do all that cool stuff, and it'll help me to make more of these things, which is always nice, isn't it? And if you really want as well, if you go onto the Tasty Records website, which is where all the merchandise and stuff goes from. So if you click on the merchandise link in the description, it'll take you through to the Tasty Records website. Their address is on there. And if you want to do what this person has done and send me a load of stuff, then, well, I'd be very grateful. Should we have a look what's in here? I've got absolutely no idea what's in here or who it's from, but there's all sorts of stuff. Right, start with this because there's some writing in here. What have we got? Oh! Can you see that? That is a Panhard Dyna Z keyring. If you don't know, I have a Panhard Dyna Z. It's one of my favourite cars. This note says, keyring from my son Finley. Great name, Finn, off Adventure Time. Great. He loves the show and wants to grow his hair like yours. Need to eat your greens. Get one of these mains. But also, bearing in mind, Finley, it's an absolute nightmare to look after. You know, it's constantly doing this. As soon as you open the window, it goes. So you've just got to. The woman at the hairdresser said I should put some conditioner on it, and she did, and I don't think it's made any difference. But I guess I'll know when I look back at this later. Ah, no. No littering. Thank you very much, Finley. That's very kind of you. What else is in here? lots and lots of bits of paper. Oh, this is a page of all your settings, torque settings and compression ratios, BHP of the Panhard Z16. Mine's the 16. And the gearbox takes 3.8 pints. Similar to how many pints I take to start an evening with. Look at that. Practical Classics did a feature on one. I had a guy from Practical Classics message me once. I should get in contact with him. Oh wow, right. Lots of Dyna-Z stuff. I'm going to look forward to having a look through these. Maybe putting some stuff on the wall. All looks very, very smart. Thank you very much. I don't know who sent me this. Where's their name? We know Finley. Finley's dad will call him. Or her. It might be Finley's mum. I don't know. What's this? Oh, 2000cc. The fast one. Spitfire workshop manual. Going to come in very handy because I've got one. Dolly Sprint. More Practical Classics, great stuff. Just a lot of nice reading. Might have a couple of these, great. What's this? Oh wow. Oh wow. La Dyna-Z. De mon père, does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know. Am I saying it right? But that is a little Panhard Dyna-Z model. Just one, what scale is this? 143. That's really nice. I like that. That's gonna. I've got a couple of little 143s and stuff. I'm going to start a little collection of those, of the cars. I don't know what he's expecting to happen here, but he's sent me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 radiator caps. Might come in handy on the way home. It's been fine. It's been fine. What else is in here? Oh, there's a bit of, is that a bit of paper? Writing at the bottom. Hi Ben, I hope these items arrive in good shape. So far so good. Thanks for the giggles and I look forward to every episode. All the very best, Alan. Thanks Alan. Very kind of you. Thanks for sending me something. Little care package. What's in this? Whoa! Proper nice. Is that a... That's a rechargeable with a spare camera on the end. A rechargeable endoscope or long camera with a light on the end. I've got one, but it's a crappy Clark one, and you have to use your phone, you Bluetooth it to your phone, and it's rubbish because you can never get a good picture. But this looks awesome, and that must have cost a few quid. Didn't have to do that, Alan, but thank you very much. I'm going to make good use of that. That's very, very kind of you. I will use that in the future to look inside fuel tanks and things, and maybe cylinders. Awesome. A book. What are you saying, Alan? All my jokes are dad jokes. What do cars spread on their toast? Traffic jam. My uncle has 2 Dobermans named Rolex and Timex. They're watchdogs. Okay. Thank you very much. What a great little care package. I'm going to enjoy looking through that again. And my endoscope. Maybe I could show it and see what's wrong with my insides. Maybe not. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. It's been great. You know, I've really enjoyed this. I'm glad that we managed to give the Frontera a nice ending, unlike the Cavalier and the Rascal van. I'm glad that we, you know, did something good to this car. And I will see you in the next episode, which is going to be a big one. I'm starting filming it tomorrow, and yeah, it's one far away, not at the workshop, which is going to be super exciting, and hopefully the weather will stay like this as well, which would be very nice. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye.